Hello children, you have already learned the last 3 lessons of English literature. We had the cyclone, the poem What Does the Minute Say, and the last one was Amazing History of a Paper. Hope you must have all wrote the question answers and must have thoroughly revised your answers. Learn the poem by heart, children. If not yet completed, try to complete it, children. Don't be panic. We will complete it before the school reopens. Okay, I hope you are all safe at home. Take care and pray daily, children, so that God will give us a permanent solution to this crisis. We can all come to school, meet each other and have fun in school. Now today I am going to take the poem, The Arrow and the Song. Have you ever seen an arrow? Do you use now, or what is the purpose of it? Has anybody got an idea? You must have seen during the Dussehra festivals and all, the hawkers sell the bow and arrow and all. And even we have seen this weapon. It's a weapon actually, children. Arrow is a weapon. It was used in the olden times, especially by the kings, to defeat their opponents. And it is a very sharp object. Whenever we shoot an arrow, it goes and hit the objects and the objects bleeds. That means it causes an injury. Okay, so the poet here describes the arrow as a weapon, and it also relates with the poem. We have some hostile relations with the humans. Okay, what is a hostile relation with the humans? Especially it is through our words. When we use painful words, it goes and add an injury to the person. The person can be a friend, a parent, or elders, or for that matter, anybody, children. Okay, so here the poet describes or personifies the weapon arrow. And the song also is personified as one's desires and happiness. Okay, and the song can be of sorrow, it can be love, or it can be of emotions. Understood? And this poem, the poet of this poem is Henry. Poet of this poem is Henry Wordsworth Longfellow. Okay, the poet of this poem is Henry Wordsworth Longfellow. He is a well-known American poet, children. Okay, and who has achieved national and international fame in writing. He is a great lover of nature, okay, and he has wrote many lyric poems which are musical in nature, and they are almost they were also mostly based on stories from mythologicals and legends. And 2 of his famous poems are Voices of the Night and Ballads. Understood, children? So I repeat once again, the arrow and the song. The arrow meaning here is the poet describes the arrow as a weapon, and the song, the poet personifies it as humans' desires and happiness. That song can be in the form of love, emotion, or one's happiness there. Okay, now, and I told you the poet of this poem is Henry Wordsworth Longfellow. Now, arrow is a part of a weapon which indicates hostile feelings. You must have heard the very famous quote, a sped arrow and spoken words will never come back, children. Understood? A sped arrow and spoken words will never come back, because once it is shot into the air, it goes and hits the object. Same thing, when we use words, when we use painful words with others, Some are there, no? They always comment, they pass sarcastic comments, or they taunt. There are some people who are literally, they are very happy to cause pain in others by using such kind of painful words. But the thing is that it will always remain in that person's heart, children. It is very difficult to erase those painful words. So it remains there and it causes pain to that particular person, whoever is on the other side. So we have to be very, very careful with our words, children. So let's look into the poem. What does the poet says? Okay, in this poem, the poet talks about an arrow and a song. The arrow was shot in the air, falls someplace where the poet cannot find it. But the song that was sung finds its place in a friend's heart. So I'll just read up this poem once, children. I shot an arrow into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow in its flight. I breathed the song into the air. It fell to earth, I knew not where. For who has sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of a song? Long, long afterward in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend. Okay, so we come back to the first stanza. It says like this: I shot an arrow into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where. So the poet says that he shot the arrow into the air, but it flew so fast that I couldn't see where it went and landed. Okay, I fell to the earth, but I don't know where it went and landed. For so swiftly it flew the sight, could not follow it in its flight. So what is the meaning of swiftly here, children? Swiftly, the meaning is happening very quickly. Okay, it went so fast that I couldn't trace the flight of that arrow. That is the meaning of it. For so swiftly it flew, the sight could not follow it in its flight. Then I breathed the song into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where. For who has sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of a song? Now here the word breath means, children, sang. Here the word breathed means sung. Okay, I sung a song into the air, that also fell to the corner of the earth. Still I don't know where it went and landed. For who has sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of song? Now who is so keen to watch or to hear that, so that he could track the song where it has gone and landed? That is the meaning of this stanza, children. And the last one. Long, long afterward in an oak, I found the arrow still unbroke, and the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend. Now long, long afterward in an oak, here an oak is a very strong tree, children. Oak is a very strong tree which is used for making buildings and furnitures. I found the arrow still unbroken. Now here the poet describes an oak tree as a perfect friend. Okay, and he found that arrow was hit in the perfect friend's heart, but it was unbroken. It remained there as it was. And the song from beginning to end I found again in the heart of a friend. That means the words which we had spoken, it remained there. So it was closely embedded in the friend's heart with all its happiness and sadness. Okay, so this is the meaning of the poem. So we have to be very careful when we are talking with our friends or with our parents, with our elders, or it can be any common man for that, children. So we have to be always very calculated when we talk to our nearby people around. So words and actions have the power to comfort, uplift and hurt us. So it is in your hand how you use the words. Okay, children? And there is a purpose for everything. As a speaker losing track, we may also lose track of what we have said or done. It remains there for quite a long time, maybe years or decades, but we will see that what has come from what we have done. It will come back to us, children. So always when we talk, think twice before you speak to anybody. In the Bible also it says that our tongue does not have any bones. So you can turn it any way as you wish. You can use any filthy language, you can gossip, you can slander, any talks you can involve in your daily talks. So when we talk, we have to be very wise, sensible, and we have to calculate and talk. When we talk, we should be very, very careful related to our words. Okay. So once again, I read the poem for you. I shot an arrow into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where, for so swiftly it flew the sight, could not follow it in its flight. I hope it's clear to you, children. I breathed this song into the air, it fell to earth, I knew not where, for who has sight so keen and strong that it can follow the flight of a song. So both the arrow and the song went so fast and it landed at its own destination. But nobody could track it because it was very fast. Okay, then after several days or several months, that arrow, that poet could find out that it was stuck in an oak, but it was unbroken. So it landed in a friend's heart. So whatever we said, it remained there for quite a long period. Understood, children? So this is the explanation of the poem. Then we have the word meanings, that is swiftly, happening very quickly, breath, sung, then keen, sharp, and the last one, unbroken in a piece. Unbroken in a piece. Okay, children? So we'll continue with the poem in the next video. So read and learn the poem, and I would like to give you one small activity, children. So you're all going to write a poem of your choice in your notebook. Okay, it's a small activity. Recite or write down any poem of your choice in your notebook. Write down any poem of your choice in your copy. Okay, should not be more than 6 to 8 lines. Thank you, children.